What's up, YouTube? It's Hodge here, and today I'm doing something totally different. You guys haven't really seen me do a lot of console gaming, and I thought maybe this might be the way to start. Kingdom Hearts was one of my favorite games as a kid, and I just got it for the PS3, the remake, which is the final mix version, and I thought I would play it for you guys. And so this is actually attempt like number 2. Really 3 actually, to record this and put it up on YouTube, and been having troubles. For some reason I tried to record for like almost an hour, and the footage froze up and it all went away. And so I decided that I wouldn't play. Sorry, you're gonna see some skipping around a little bit here. I decided I would play in like small increments, and maybe that way it wouldn't freak out on me. I'm recording actually to external USB like hard drive, and it's probably not the best idea. Kind of in retrospect, I'm using the Elgato capture card and running it into my Mac, which is not a very powerful machine. Just because it's my laptop and I can get in the living room and I can play that way. So I may just start recording in smaller doses, but straight onto the hard drive. That might actually fix my issue, I think. I'm just very wary of it. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get into Kingdom Hearts. Like I said, it's one of my favorite games, and I'm probably going to shut up all through the little intro here. Maybe do a little bit of talking. I'll probably talk a lot. I don't know why I said that. If you're a fan of the game, if you've played it before,
these weird thoughts lately.
Then you have probably not used to seeing the graphics like this. You're probably not used to seeing that.
Like, is any of this for real or not?
But this is the updated version. This is the PS3 version, which is running in HD. It's an HD remake. It's also the final mix, which is a version of the game I've never played before. If I'm remembering correctly, it might have been a Japan-only thing. I might be totally wrong there. I remember the first time I played this game, and this intro blew my friggin' mind. I know it was PS2, and PS2 had some decent graphics, but holy poop, this intro blew my mind. And I played this song pretty constantly on my iPod for a while. I just think I didn't see anything really like it. It kind of just was crazy, and still is, even when I play it now. This whole intro really brings kind of memories back, and kind of puts me back in that place. It just looks fantastic. I really can't get over how good it looks. While I'm talking about how good it looks, really, if you are a fan of the game Kingdom Hearts, then you need to go and you need to pick this up. It's actually got this game on it, and it's got Chain of Memories on it, and it's got 358 over 2 days. I think, is that 358 over 2? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, it's got all 3 of those, and I haven't ever played the 2. I haven't played Chain of Memories or 358 over 2 days. And so I'm really excited to get to do that. But more excited to play Kingdom Hearts, because holy poop. When I think back to games that have rocked my world and really changed my life, this is one of them for sure. And I debated doing this first episode like this, because I really wasn't sure that it's even gonna be watchable. The next little bit after this is a really long intro, and it takes a long time to play through, but I think it's gonna be fine to do it that way. If nothing else, I can kind of tell you again stuff about the game. I can quickly review, actually. That'll be good. I can quickly review just how the game plays different on here than it is from the PS2 version. Kind of pros and cons I see out the gate, and I think it's gonna be fine. So hopefully this will be a good little setup for us here. So yeah, I mean, you can see here that the graphics are considerably better than on the PS2. It does look really good. I have to say that at this point, I've spent about 4 hours with it on and off of camera, and I gotta say I'm pleasantly pleased with it. And you know, little bitty things here and there, like that little jerkiness, but I think that's just really just camera angles changing. It's nothing I can do about it, and nothing really they can do about it. We are dealing with an older game. It's not going to be as smooth in some places. Now I know with this, there's like a way to do it that like gives you what you want. I like using magic, but I don't like it to be my main one. So I think I'm doing right when I select this as my main power, which would be you know, offense. I always accept that as my main power because I mean, magic would be good, and I do use it a lot in this game. But I always get scared that like if I do magic as my main, I'm gonna like shoot myself in the foot all the time. So I give away the power of the Guardian because in my mind that means that magic is still somewhere in there. I may be totally wrong on that. Someone let me know down in the comments, like if I'm totally botching that. I guess it really doesn't matter because this is what we're going with, because it is the form that I choose. But that's my thinking. I may be wrong, but again, you know, I'm sure someone down there is gonna let me know. I could have been playing this game wrong my entire life. I have no idea. Speaking of this game, kind of how I came to it, man, I remember my buddy told me about this game called Kingdom Hearts, and I was like, no, that sounds dumb. I was a big Final Fantasy fan. In fact, 8 is my favorite, so there's parts of this game, if you've played it before, then that made me very happy. But yeah, I was a big Final Fantasy fan. He's like, oh, it mixes like Final Fantasy with Disney, and I was like, that sounds stupid. And then he let me borrow it, and I remember just being floored and taking it from him and not wanting to give it back. I do prefer the second game over this game. I know that this game is where it started, and I know that this game is fantastic, and I really do enjoy it. But I definitely like the second one. That's why I'm hoping that they will not give away, but they will do the second one the same way they did this before the third one comes out. And I know I actually was reading today that, I mean, we're looking at, you know, even if like Final Fantasy is going to come out first, the new Final Fantasy, what is it, 15 now or something? It's going to come out first, and then Kingdom Hearts 3, and they're going to take their time to do both of them. So even if we get a 2014 Final Fantasy, it'll be 2015 before we have, you know, a new Kingdom Hearts. So I'm thinking, in that time, why can they not make the second one over again, put it on the next-gen consoles, and that'll be our kind of foray into that. I don't know that they'll do that. I know with this one there was a specific, you know, they're doing the final mix, and I get it, but I really want to see them do the second one, because the second one is so good. And there are kiddie elements to this game, and I really think the second does a good job of cutting those out. Because I know I'm not really reacting a lot to what's happening on screen here. That's honestly because this is purely a walkthrough, really, of how to play the game for the player. And I guess there's story stuff there, and so I didn't really want to cut it, but I definitely didn't want to react to, oh, and here's this door that I can't use, and so you press the triangle button, because I'm guessing a lot of you have played this. So really, I guess I can just give you, my input on what I think so far. I do know that my biggest problem, because I've played Kingdom Hearts recently, the PS2 version. I've played it recently. I did it on a live stream, and my biggest problem with it was camera. It was just a really crappy camera. And I remember Kingdom Hearts 2 doing it much better. I can't remember now, like, now I'm thinking about it, if this is different. It feels like I'm not hating it. And so I think maybe it's the better camera. I'll have to really, it'll come down to when I get to later parts of the game, if I have a lot of trouble with the camera. I remember, like, back in the day playing, and I'd be in the Tarzan level, and it was just god-awful. So we'll see. We'll see if it's any better. I may be totally making that up, too. Just kind of talk out the side of my mouth sometimes. Again, I said I was a really big Final Fantasy fan, and so, like, this kind of stuff here with Final Fantasy characters always makes my heart smile. you know, with Yuffie here, and Waka, and is it Titus? See, I always said Titus, but I've been heard that it's Titus, and I don't know that I buy it. The man's name is Titus, but Titus just sounds terrible. That doesn't sound like a good name. So these are the things I select, and again, I don't really know what these do. I know there's someone out there that does know what those do. I don't. I just pick the ones that kind of fit me the best, and hope that they're the best things to pick. I'm tempted to tell you not to tell me, because that's just what I picked. I'm not going backwards. I've played, honestly, today, I've played the beginning of this game 3 times, and I'm over it, and I'm ready to move on, and I'm ready to do other parts of the story. I gotta get a better setup. I don't know what I need to do, but you know, my Mac in the living room, you know, putting it in there and recording onto that is fine or whatever, but I really wish I had like a small, tiny PC that could just be that. It would just be, you know, that, and maybe play some Steam games on it and put it in the living room like as a kind of like console PC. I know that's doable. I know people are doing that. I don't particularly have the funds at the moment to do something like that, but it's something to look into, because I do want to do a lot more console gaming. And this kind of works, but it's one of those things I'm just like, there's got to be a better way, and there's got to be, and I don't know. If any of you guys use the Elgato, let me know exactly how you do it, because that would be good to know. So here is our first save point, and so I'm gonna go in and badoom and save. I'm actually not. I'm gonna go ahead and finish out this crap, so that the next episode we can be like right into like, all right, let's do things. And so I remember you guys remember the first time you saw this thing? I remember the first time this little rainbow path popped up. I was floored. I was like, holy crap, this game looks really cool. So there you can see the first game that I played, and that wasn't really recording. That was just getting back into the game and kind of getting my bearings straight. And the other one has been overwritten a couple of times today. So here we are. You're gonna see some weird skips in a minute, and that's because I got really paranoid that the Elgato wasn't capturing right. You're gonna see another one in just a second. I got really paranoid the Elgato wasn't capturing right, so I stopped it and checked and made sure, because I was afraid that I hadn't renamed. I don't know. I got really paranoid. But it's gonna fix itself, and we're gonna move on from there. No more weird skips. I think that's the last one. So we come up here, and how about the use of Comic Sans? Almost Comic Sans. I don't know that it's exactly Comic Sans, but every time I read it, I'm just like, could they not have picked a more official font? Is that really Comic Sans was the best we could do? I just feel like Final Fantasy is so like, I know it's Kingdom Hearts, it's connected to Final Fantasy, and it's so like, you know, regal, and I guess they've always used Comic Sans. I'm thinking about it, but it's just kind of funny. It's like the worst font. I mean, I guess it's readable, and that's good, but I don't know. Maybe that's the graphic designer in me that's just like, oh, Comic Sans is the worst. And so here we are, and we're gonna beat the crap out of this dude's hand. And I always love a first battle that really there's no real danger of dying. It's always got to be a good thing. And I feel like with these guys, on a lot of the bosses, honestly, in this game, especially early on, I just feel like it's a lot of wailing, and it's very disconcerting. And I know, like right now, like I said, I don't have like my power up that lets me see like what the health is of a guy, and that is definitely helpful when that comes around. But like right now, you're beating this dude, and you have no way to know how much damage you're doing, and it's very stressful. I ended up hopping on this dude's arm, and then I just wail because I know it's about to do this number, which is always fun. I always really love that little clip. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, this dude's scary, right? I remember the first time I played this game, and that dude was just like so big, and you know, coming from really Final Fantasy, like, you know, that's turn-based, and this is very action-based combat, and it's just a whole other world, really, to be a part of. And I was kind of, you know, I didn't know exactly what was going on, but I like it. And actually now, honestly, guys, I think I'm done with turn-based. Just to be completely honest, I think I'm over it. And I really, 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 really hope that the new Final Fantasy is more like Kingdom Hearts in the battle style, because I think I'm done. I think the last Final Fantasy that I played, which was 13, broke me, and I'm just over it. I don't think it was fun anymore, and it wasn't to me. Maybe, and a lot of people loved it, but it was just, I don't know. If Final Fantasy 15 is not closer to Kingdom Hearts battle style, I don't know if I'm going to play it. And it sounds terrible to be like a lifelong fan, and I don't know if I'm going to play it, but you know, we'll see. It looks Kingdom Heartsy. Alright, I'm going to shut up for a second and kind of talk in between these people.
Whoa! Give me a break, Kyrie.
Sorry, you lazy bum. I knew
Love
that
that her
I'd
mouth's
find you
not moving.
snoozing down here.
No, this huge black thing swallowed me up. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't. Ow!
Are you still dreaming?
They did a good job
It wasn't
of
a dream.
going back and forth
Or
from
was it? I don't know.
shots where people's mouths aren't moving to shots where people's are.
What was that place?
I know it's early. I know that's,
So
these are all
bizarre.
things that we've learned
Yeah,
over
sure.
time, but
Say,
at
Kyrie,
the time they were groundbreaking.
what was your hometown like? You know, where you
Look at
grew
the
up?
shoes, man.
I've told you before. I don't remember.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Everybody's
ever
feet
wanna
in
go
this
back?
game are just ginormous.
Well, I'm happy here.
Really?
But you know, I wouldn't mind going to see it.
I'd like to see it too. Along with any other worlds out there. I want to see them all.
So what are we waiting for?
Hey! Aren't you guys forgetting about me?
Good old Riku.
So, I guess I'm the only one working on the raft.
Ah!
That's right.
And you're just as lazy as he is.
So you know this. Okay, we'll finish it together. I'll race you.
Huh?
What? Are you kidding?
Ready? Go!
And we're off to the races. So, there you go. There's pretty much the intro to Kingdom Hearts. This is, again, like I said, it is Kingdom Hearts 1.5, technically, final mix. So there's some differences. I don't exactly remember what they are, but there are differences. And welcome to Destiny Island. It's going to come up on the screen in a minute. I wasn't jumping the gun. Destiny Islands. And, yeah, that's about where we're going to stop it today for episode 1. Look, I know it was a lot of boring starting stuff, but that's mostly over. I mean, there's some scavenger hunt things we have to do here on the next episode, and I haven't quite decided if I'm going to show those off yet. Actually, I have a couple of days before I'm going to be able to record this again, so let me know down in the comments if that's something you even care about seeing, or if you just want me to move on to better story. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and I will see you soon.